This is the new Elgato Facecam. This is the old one. This is the new one. This is the old one. This is the new one. That's the old one. And this is the Elgato Facecam Mk.2. Okay, I would like to thank everyone for watching my review on the Elgato Facecam Mk.2. And my name is Heavy No More. Okay, I don't think that's how reviews work. Anyways, my name is Heavy No More. I'm a tech enthusiast with a side of humor. And today, I'm going to be reviewing the Facecam Mk.2. So Elgato sent this out for review, so I would like to thank Elgato for sending it to me. I think the Facecam Mk.2 is a really good value webcam, and I want to go into it and talk about what it comes with, the price, and the features of it. Anyways, Elgato Facecam came out at $150 in the US, and it costs about $110 in Canada. I think this is a really good value for this webcam because for the next step up, like the Facecam Pro, you got to pay about $300 USD in the US, and you got to pay about almost $400 Canadian. There's, even in Elgato's own product line, there's a lot of value with it. What is in the box? Well, the Facecam Mk.2 comes with the webcam, the monitor mount with a 1.4 thread, a USB-A to USB-C cable with a 3.0 cable with 200 centimeters of length, 79 inches, and a quick start guide that I don't think anyone ever reads. These are the specs of the Facecam Mk.2, but if I'm going to go on and start naming out reading a spec sheet, I'm probably going to mispronounce it at some point, so I'm just going to leave them up in the screen for you. But basically, they're going for a camera feel. And also, speaking about cameras, it comes with Camera Hub. See, Camera Hub is some really good software that you can adjust your Elgato webcam. They have flash memory on the Facecam Mk.2, so you can save your settings once you set them. So they added a pan and tilt with the frame because the original Facecam you couldn't pan and tilt. So right here, I could do this, panning, and I can tilt. It's very awesome if you need to get it somewhere. And then you press and hold to have a preset, and there we go. That's your preset. And then you have your picture, so you can adjust your contrast to what you want it, your saturation, and you can adjust your sharpness. Basically, the shutter speed is how much light the camera will take in. So if you increase it, it'll take in more light, but it's gonna lower your frame rate. So I'm only getting 10 frames right now. So I want it at 60. As you can see, I turn it all the way down. No light let in. So right here. So is sensitivity to light. So as I increase it, you see how sensitive it gets. So I got a good lighting set up here. So I just leave it like lower, and I set my dynamic range to standard. I think standard works best for my setup, and that's how I like it there. And then for my white balance, I usually keep it about 4208K. So, but if you can adjust if you want to make it more cooler or you want to make it more warm. Here's the processing and the noise reduction. So if you could turn it on, if you want to get some better noise reduction, and they have an anti-flicker. I made a mistake. Hey, this is Heavy here. I just did a mistake when I was recording it because I was recording it with the window over in OBS rather than just my display capture. So that's why you're going to see the window a little bit different. Anyways, back to the video. So I'm going to go over the effects tab here. So you got this mirror, so you can flip your camera. You can flip it. You can add like a background blur, which is very popular. You can see like that. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. I like that. Or I am breaking the news. I am breaking the news. Whatever you decide, like, or this is a meeting right now and I decided to fire you. Anyways, they also have AR effects. So if you don't have like prompter, you can use something like eye contact. And with me, I don't have prompter, so I can always do this. And you can just, it helps with the eye contact. It's pretty cool that this is all available on Camera Hub. It's really good software. One of the cool things of Facecam Mk.2 is it comes with a built-in privacy shutter. So you can do this. It's really awesome that they included it because on the original Facecam, a lot of people were losing it. I bought mine used and it didn't even come with it. So it's a really nice touch and improvement that they added. So two things that I really want to go over the Facecam Mk.2, that it has 1080p in 60 FPS in HDR, and it does 720p at 120 FPS in non-HDR. So what is camera HDR? So camera HDR is when you have an image that has high exposure and low exposure, and you take the two images together to get an image that just looks right. So that means Facecam Mk.2 is always running at 120 FPS. So Elgato added a feature where you can run it at 720p, 120 FPS in non-HDR. Let me show you. So this is So this is Facecam Mk2 and 120 FPS. So it's really good for like if you're doing fast motion and stuff like that. You know, I'm just moving it around and around and around. Mind you, if you have this enabled, you cannot use it with HDR. So HDR is disabled for this. But if you have any ideas for fast motions, this is a good affordable way to do this. But honestly, if you're doing this, you're probably getting a mirrorless camera. The cool thing about Facecam Mk2 is it works with USB 2.0 out of the box. And I'm going to show you. So yeah, this is it connected to a USB 2.0 port. See this one right here, the front one, probably gonna have the worst that's like probably the worst case scenario for it. So, and it's working pretty good. So if you want to use this with USB 2.0 with the MK2 format, it's gonna work great. So what's the most important thing about using a webcam? The image. And you want your image to look good. And I've been using it to talk to you for the whole video, and I think it's really good. It's a really good value webcam that really punches above its weight. I'm going to do some comparisons now. We're going to be comparing it to the Facecam Pro, the original Facecam, and the Sony a6400. Before I get into the comparison, I just want to say one thing about the original Facecam is that you have to go into Camera Hub to get your settings, even though you can save it on the device. So that's an improvement with the Facecam Mk2 and the Facecam Pro. On the top left is the Facecam Mk2. On the top right is the Facecam Pro. At the bottom left is this original Facecam. And on the bottom right is my Sony a6400. So I will say this right now, my mirrorless camera does look the best, but it is the most expensive out of everything because you have to buy a lens, you have to buy a capture card, you have to buy a dummy battery, you have to buy a cord, you have to get a mount. I'm using like the Elgato arm, large arm mount on it. It's really awesome, but it's very expensive and not everyone wants to spend that much money. Now the Facecam Pro. What's cool about the Facecam Pro is with Camera Hub, they added a tint control recently, which is really awesome. So you're able to just dial it in just right. I feel like it was something that this webcam needed. So it was a really nice addition that they added that. Also, it has a focus and it has a few other features that the Facecam Mk2 doesn't have. Like it has a better sensor. It has a better lens on it. It's a more premium product. It costs $300. So you got to ask yourself, is that worth it for you? We're going on the Facecam Mk2. It's $150 and the value of it is unreal in my opinion, because I was so impressed how good it looked for how much it cost. With camera HDR, just looks so good and so natural. And with Elgato's history of always updating software, they're going to probably add more features to Camera Hub for it. So it's going to even get better as time goes along. And then you got the original Facecam, which it's a good webcam. It's good for its time, but it's okay. It's not bad. It can improve. Like all three other images are just better. It's just simple as that. Anyways, that's my review of the Elgato Facecam Mk2. I think it's a great value webcam if you're looking to upgrade from something like a budget webcam. Like, so if I had like a C920, I would definitely be buying this like in a heartbeat. Anyways, I'm Heavy No More. I'm your tech enthusiast of a side of humor. And remember, always keep your controller on the ice.
Elgato, thank you for the Facecam Pro. I really like the Facecam Pro. It is great. I like it. I like it a lot.